The dollar has been the currency of Jamaica since 1969. It is often abbreviated J-dollar, the J serving to distinguish it from other dollar-denominated currencies. It is divided into 100 cents. Exchange rate. History. The history of currency in Jamaica should not be considered in isolation of the wider picture in the British West Indies as a whole. See British West Indies dollar. The peculiar feature about Jamaica was the fact that it was the only British West Indies territory to use special issues of the sterling coinage, apart from the 4-pence groat coin which was specially issued for all the British West Indies, and later only for British Guiana. The earliest money in Jamaica was Spanish copper coins called maravedis. This relates to the fact that for nearly 400 years Spanish dollars, known as pieces of 8, were in widespread use on the world's trading routes, including the Caribbean Sea region. However, following the Revolutionary Wars in Latin America, the source of these silver trade coins dried up. The last Spanish dollar was minted at the Potosi Mint in 1825. The United Kingdom had adopted a very successful gold standard in 1821, so 1825 was an opportune time to introduce the British sterling coinage into all the British colonies. An imperial order in council was passed in that year for the purposes of facilitating this aim by making sterling coinage legal tender in the colonies at the specified rating of $1 equals 4s/4d. Is the sterling silver coins were attached to a gold standard. This exchange rate did not realistically represent the value of the silver in the Spanish dollars as compared to the value of the gold in the British gold sovereign, and as such the order in council had the reverse effect in many colonies. It had the effect of actually driving sterling coinage out, rather than encouraging its circulation. Remedial legislation had to be introduced in 1838 so as to change over to the more realistic rating of $1 equals 4s/2d. However, in Jamaica, British Honduras, Bermuda, and later in the Bahamas also, the official rating was set aside in favor of what was known as the macaroni tradition, in which a British shilling, referred to as a macaroni, was treated as 1/4 of a dollar. The common link between these four territories was the Bank of Nova Scotia, which brought in the macaroni tradition, resulting in the successful introduction of both sterling coinage and sterling accounts. In 1834, silver coins of 3p and 3 halfpence were introduced, valued at 1/2 real and 1/4 real. The 3 halfpence coins came to be called quartiles or quatties. These in particular were used in church collections due to a feeling by the black population that copper coins were inappropriate for that purpose. Hence, they came to be called Christian quatties. In 1839, an act was passed by Parliament declaring that as of December 31, 1840, only British coinage would be legal tender in Jamaica, demonetizing all of the Spanish coins, with the exception of the gold doubloon, which was valued at £3 4s. Coins in use were thus the farthing, halfpenny, penny, 3 halfpence, 3p, 6p, shilling, florin, half-crown, and crown. The emancipation of the slaves in 1838 increased the need for coinage in Jamaica, particularly low-denomination coins, but the blacks were still reluctant to use copper. The solution was to use cupronickel, adopted in 1869. Pennies and halfpennies were minted for use in Jamaica, becoming the first truly Jamaican coins. Beginning in 1880, the farthing was also minted in cupronickel. In 1904, the first government-authorized banknotes were produced in the denomination of tens. Banknotes of £1 and £5 were also being circulated by chartered banks. In 1918, denominations of 2s6d and 5s were authorized. The 2s6d note proved to have a short life, being withdrawn in 1922. In 1940, the government bank began producing £1 and £5 notes. In October 1960, the Bank of Jamaica was given the sole right to mint coins and produce banknotes in Jamaica. Their notes were released on May 1, 1961, in the denominations of 5s, 10s, £1, and £5. On January 30, 1968, the Jamaican House of Representatives voted to decimalize the currency by introducing the dollar, worth 10 shillings, to replace the Jamaican pound. Coins and banknotes went into circulation on September 8, 1969. The introduction of a decimal currency provided the opportunity for the introduction of a complete Jamaican coinage, as formerly, the coins were the same as those used in the United Kingdom. The reverse of the decimal coinage was designed by Christopher Ironside, O.B.E. These coins were in circulation from 1969 to about 1990. From its introduction, the Jamaican dollar has fallen from a peak of 77 cents to $1 in its first few years of circulation to a series of new lows exceeding $125 to $1. In May 2016, it was a huge setback to their economy. The new Jamaican dollar differed from all the other dollars in the British West Indies in that it was essentially a half-pound sterling. All the other dollars either began on the US dollar unit or the Spanish dollar unit. Coins. Jamaica's currency is the Jamaican dollar. The value of the Jamaican dollar fluctuates, but in October 2012 it was approximately $90 to $1. At the time of its introduction, coins of 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents and 25 cents were produced, with the exception of a smaller bronze 1 cent. The compositions, sizes, and shapes of the coins were identical to those they replaced. The 1 cent coin was changed in 1975 to a 12-sided shape and aluminium composition. Decagonal 50-cent coins were introduced in 1976 to replace the 50-cent banknote, but production for circulation ceased in 1989, along with that of the 20 cents. In 1990, nickel brass $1 coins were introduced to replace the banknote of the same denomination. Nickel-plated steel replaced copper-nickel in the 5, 10, and 25-cent coins in 1991, with a smaller size and 7-sided shape for the 25-cent coin. In 1994, a round nickel-plated steel $5 coin replaced its corresponding banknote. A smaller, 7-sided nickel-plated steel $1 coin was introduced, and the 5-cent coin was abandoned. 1995 saw smaller, round, copper-plated steel 10 and 25-cent coins. All non-current coins were demonetized in January 1997. A scalloped nickel-plated steel $10 coin replaced the $10 note in 1999, and a bimetallic $20 coin with a nickel brass ring and copper-nickel center was introduced in favor of a $20 banknote in 2000. All nickel-plated or copper-plated steel coins are magnetic. All coins have the Jamaican coat of arms on their obverse. Coins currently in circulation are as follows: 1 cent reverse, Aki; 10 cents reverse, RT, excellent Paul Bogle; 25 cents reverse, RT, excellent Marcus Garvey; $1 reverse, RT, excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante; $5 reverse, RT, excellent Norman Manley; $10 reverse, RT, excellent George William Gordon; $20 RT, excellent Marcus Garvey. Use outside of Jamaica. The Jamaican dollar was used not only by Jamaica, but also by the Cayman Islands, a former dependency of Jamaica, until 1972. In that year, the territory stopped using the Jamaican dollar and adopted its own currency, the Cayman Islands dollar. half pounds. In adopting the Jamaican dollar, Jamaica followed the pattern of South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand in that when it adopted the decimal system, it decided to use the half-pound unit as opposed to the pound unit of account. The choice of the name dollar was motivated by the fact that the reduced value of the new unit corresponded more closely to the value of the US dollar than it did to the pound sterling.